my fault. My fault. I was waiting for the guest of honor to turn up, but I sent him the wrong link. Oh, my friend, how are you? How are you, Mr. Tom?
I'm wonderful. Thank you for the invite again. Guest of honour. See, I went in your chat while I was like unable to get in. Sorry, like behind the curtain. You're like, oh, guest of honour. I was like, fucking hell. I hope he's finally paid to like get more than 2 people in here, because I hope he ain't expecting me to be the guest of honour.
Oh, hey, don't worry. The reaction was really good when you last come on, so hopefully similar reaction. We got that great, funny topics. It'll be a fun show tonight, I'm telling you. But first of all, I do apologise, guys. I know I haven't done any late night shows for a while. Honestly, the stress levels have gone through the roof lately, and I just needed a few days of just uploading videos, which then leads me on to my next issue: uploading videos. Check the channel figures. We've hit new milestones today. Channel figures over coming up to 4,500 subs now. Facebook likes gone. Facebook followers have gone up and nearly hitting the 5,000 mark. The main one is a channel views. Now, let me just share this, yeah? Right? Boom, boom, boom. Right. I'm going to share this first. Let me go. Oh, yeah. First of all, happy Andalusia Day. Feliz Dia de Andalusia. So, happy Andalusia Day to all my friends over in España. Right. First of all, right, let's go on to this. Here we go. Football with Brownie Facebook page. Anyone who's not on there, I can get away with some things on Facebook more than I can get on YouTube. So if you're on Facebook, come over. But I just want to, right, I don't know if you've been to Croatia, Mr. Tom. Been some fantastic footballers over the years. But Croatia, the population of Croatia is 3.8 million. Today, Football with Brownie hit 4 million views. More people have watched Football with Brownie than we are people in Croatia. That's fucking complete madness. Absolute complete madness. But there you go.
Yeah, but isn't the president of Croatia some large-breasted blonde woman?
Well, maybe I should do some videos on her then, yeah?
You certainly should. And if you're not, then I need to get researching who this Croatian blonde woman is that I've clearly made up in my head.
What I do know is that the country is absolutely stunning. And it's definitely one country on my bucket list, because I don't know if you're old enough, Tom, to remember back in the early 90s or late 80s, people used to go to Yugoslavia. To Croatia, that part of Yugoslavia. Quite a popular resort Yugoslavia was before the war. So there you go. Okay, tonight's scores. Because this is why I want Mr. Tom on, being a Leeds fan. I didn't watch it, okay? So let's go through the scores, and Mr. Tom can put his perspective on things. Did you watch the games, Mr. Tom? I know you do work as well.
I was fortunate enough to be able to watch the game. I didn't think I would be, but yeah, I had it on. Also, I had a bit of Liverpool on as well, so I saw a bit of that. But I was mainly watching the top screen, which happened to be Leeds, but at Chelsea.
That's fair. Well, Chelsea come out through 2 winners of Leeds. Now, how putting you unbalanced? Putting you totally balanced. Totally biased viewpoint on it. How did that game go?
Well, we came out the blocks like a greyhound, got in front. Then Chelsea basically put themselves on the game. We let in a goal, disappointing goal. Then Chelsea got their nose in front, at which point you are kind of then sitting there worrying like, oh God, no, is this going to be like one of those like Premier League landslides? Sort of thing. But then we maintained the 2-1 deficit. then dominated them in the second half to the point where they were, or put it this way, they then put on 4 of their first teamers to try and undo the damage that their performance was causing. Let's be fair.
Okay.
But then unfortunately, Conor Gallagher scored at the end. It's one of those things. No one wants to lose a football match, but I'm glad we lost in the 90 minutes as opposed to losing in the extra time period where you then risk further injuries. As silly as this may sound, you've all supported a team where you've gone to extra time and you sit there thinking, this is so needless, and nothing good can come of it.
Well, I'm currently putting together like a fan video of Leeds, the travelling Leeds fans. And, guys, you need to help me out. I know a fan fell from a top tier in Stamford Bridge tonight, so keep an eye out on social media. I want video footage of it to go on. I'm just waiting. I'm holding off for hopefully some video footage of this fallen fan. And then I'll upload a video for the Leeds because 5.5 hours made a journey, and I know Cardiff played Chelsea a few years ago now. I couldn't make it that time, but it proper kicked off on the King's Road, and many people got arrested and jailed for a long time for it. But that was the FA Cup, and they give us a similar amount of tickets, and boy, is that a proper football away day, I tell you. And Leeds fans seem to be enjoying themselves on their way to Stamford Bridge tonight. So I'm putting a video together. I just need a video of the fallen fan just to top it off. Okay, not Forest Man United. Now I listened to a bit of this on the radio, but I thought, to be honest, it finished 0-0. But Man United did end up 1-0 winners at the end. What did you watch this, Mr. Tom?
No, I'd rather sit in my hands and clap than watch Manchester United go to Nottingham Forest. But that being said, I got the feeling it was one of them games where neither side were really happy because from what I heard anyone say, like the Sky Sports stuff and that was saying, Forest had enough chances where if they'd have scored one, they would have won. And then Man United ended up nicking it in typical Man United fashion. But, well, not as typical as it used to be. But, yeah. They play Liverpool now.
Do you remember Mark Robbins saving Alex Ferguson's job? Where would that have been? That was in the cup run in '89. Do you remember that?
I've heard of it many times, but I never actually saw it.
Basically, Alex Ferguson, the story goes Alex Ferguson needed to win, and he played Forest in the 5th round, so same round of the FA Cup at the City ground. Mark Robbins scored for Man United to put them through, and he's always been blessed with saving Alex Ferguson's Man United career. Same round, same team, same venue. Many years later, could Casemiro be the Brazilian Mark Robbins and save Ten Hag's bloody job tonight, maybe?
I hope he did, because the longer he stays there, the more they're probably going to go nowhere. What are you saying that? They've got a new influx of money. Because Man United never had enough money. So now they've got more money, can help them out a bit, but I don't know. I will say this though. I'd like to say this. I do feel that my team went out tonight with a speck of dignity and class. It's not as if we lost the Maidstone now, is it?
I'm leaving you run before I get interrupt you, but come on, listen. You can't put Leeds United and class in the same fucking sentence, mate. Come on, man.
Yeah. No, I truly think it's a new Leeds United. We're a well-behaved Leeds United now. Okay. So No. In all seriousness, that I just worried about Maidstone. To be honest.
Right, Wolves. Did you see that? Did you see that game? Wolves game. They beat Brighton 1-0.
I imagine a lot of the fans that saw it probably wish they hadn't.
Yeah, I
It
agree.
feels like one of those. Feels like one of those. I don't know.
Liverpool, Southampton, Liverpool 3-0. I'm told. Well, in fact, I'm not told. Jason Kumas, his boy, scored one, and Neil Dan's boy scored two.
Yeah. What
Jason
happened?
Kumas. Played for Wales, Cardiff, West Brom. I loved him playing for Cardiff, but he's a weird, he's a weirdo. He's gone into some, no one's heard of him for many years. But
Did you
he
play for Tranmere?
had a football brain. Tranmere, yeah, he started
Yeah.
Tranmere, and then he went to West Brom, went on Cardiff to loan, back to West Brom. He basically scored a goal in the playoff final, take West Brom up. I really loved him at Cardiff, and Neil Dan's Crystal Palace mainly, Birmingham, I think.
Yeah.
I tell you what, it's frightening the youngsters coming through at Liverpool at the moment.
It is. Because they have the ability to beat Chelsea, which my team youngsters didn't, to be fair. But it's nice to have a top 6 academy, isn't it?
Yeah, I agree. Okay, let's go in the chat. I know chat has been rumbling on since we've been rumbling on. Sam Greenwood in the house. Hi, Sam. Come on, wake up, Brownie, you slag. It was my fault, I'll be honest with you. Hi, Sam. Thanks for coming in. Ethan, brilliant greeting for Sam. Yes, it bloody well was, as per usual.
You know damn well what I meant by that, Sam.
There you go. Mr. Tom was in the chat. Sorry, mate. I do apologize about that.
No,
The stress and boozing and sleeping all day, mate. Honestly, it is. I hardly drink. Compared to what I was like. I really hardly drink nowadays. Train constantly, absolutely train constantly now. Bump, the guns on me are coming big. Brownie filming in his microwave. No, basically, I've come downstairs here and we tried to get the lighting correct, Mr. Tom, didn't we? But the time was getting on. I'll sort it.
I'm no expert on lighting. I can tell you that for free.
I know. It's a fucking pain in the ass. You buy all these little light fucking things around here, and the wiring is all over the shop. Brownie coming up, it will be $1 billion soon. Be more than the cost of Chelsea team. Andy Lucia played for Cardiff. I don't know. Did he? I don't know. What about views account? What do you mean views account? You thinking I got 4 million fucking YouTube accounts? Are you crazy? Tom, you make his heart bleed.
Yeah.
I'm wild thing, but only in dark web. Right. Okay. Hang on. Colonel Ward. My question: how many copyright strikes has Brownie had from his short? To be honest, Colonel Ward, right? I've got one copyright strike. Some of them have to be taken down once I upload them, but because it's short, you can get away with it. And it'll just give you a warning and say, look, nothing. It's not a copyright strike. Just take it down. That's only because it's a short. I think because it's only a small amount of time, it doesn't actually count as a copyright strike. But yeah, I've had one. Right, I tell you what, let's have a bit of fun now, yeah? 1 second. People in the chat can join in on this thing now. 1 moment. Okay. Katie Price. We all know Katie Price.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Right. Right. She was out in Wales last night. Oh, I hate Wales online and freaking adverts. She was out in Wales, right? Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, can see it. Okay. Right. She was in Wales last night in Neath. And to be honest, I know Cardiff fans from Neath. It's not a particular place I'd like to go on a night out. Anyway, she was out. She got bored. She dropped the mic and shouts, "I'm bored of this." And she drops the mic in a Welsh nightclub. Personally, Mr. Tom, I can't be done with Katie Price. Yeah, I really can't be done with Katie Price. And so I put it on Facebook. Yeah, and here we go. Right.
I just think what that be shown.
I did it. I can't stand Katie Price. Yeah, she's been smashed more times than Harvey's iPad.
Been smashed more times than a coffee table. Wait, what? Sorry, what? Anyway, sorry, what?
She's been shot. She's been shot over more times than Baghdad.
Wow.
Come on. I got more.
What?
Go on.
No, go on. Hold it. Come on.
Been stabbed more time than Stevie Wonder's toe. And what's the other one? She's had more skeletons in her wardrobe than Fred West had in his garden. So, guys in the chat,
wow,
that conversation, come up with some fucking one-liners about Katie Price. I hope you share a love at the same time. Yeah, I hope you share a love with Footboy Brownie.
I've got a good joke.
Go on.
Katie Price's singing career.
Oh yeah. I think that's what the mic was about. I didn't read it all. I didn't read it all, but
but wow, yeah.
Katie is with me right now. You see some other people loading. Yeah. That's classy. Brownie, you tell it as it is. I know. There you go. She's been used more times than the Tesco Express stores. Oh, fuck. Now I got Mr. Tom checking on his phone now.
Yeah, I'm looking for jokes.
Right. While you're looking, I want to... Oh, here we go. She's been shitted on by Vince more time and backstage brawl.
Oh, my God. Wow. That's not PG. Right, okay. Let's see.
Well, it's late night show. Anything goes.
Apparently, Katie Price is writing a new book about all the men she slept with. It's called The Telephone Book.
Oh!
Over 10,000 refugees have entered Jordan. She says she's a bit sore, but will be okay to go again tomorrow. Wow. That's not PG at all.
Seven said been shitted on more times than a Brazilian scatvid.
A young chap took a very experienced Katie Price to bed. After he commenced operations, she said, "You have only got a small organ," to which he replied, "Well, it's never played in a cathedral before."
Right, let's move on before the channel is taken down. Right.
Allegedly, of course. You say anything you want as long as you say allegedly afterwards.
Oh yeah, everything's allegedly. Yeah, you're right.
Allegedly.
You're right. Last one on this subject. Katie bent over and all the crabs come out to see. Right. Let's change the subject. I can see complaints going to YouTube on that. Right. back onto the Football Brownie Facebook. I say I can get away with some things, right?
Sorry, Brownie. Can I just say quickly for legal purposes, Brownie? My name is Sam Greenwood, and I live in Clapham.
Right. This, right? A bit serious now and a bit hard, and it does involve your club, Mr. Tom. Lifelong Leeds United. I don't know if you guys seen it on.
I have seen this.
Yeah, you have?
Yeah.
Lifelong Leeds United supporter Leslie is 98 years old, suffers from dementia. Now, I've had a lot of experience with dementia in my family and my ex-wife's family. It's hard work for the carers and the family members. He often struggles to remember those closest to him, but always remembers singing Marching On Together. Football, and this is what really touched me earlier. Football is much more than just a game. Guys, watch this, yeah? Come on. Listen, lad. Here we go. 98 years old. All right. Tom, things like that so heartwarming in me.
They are. I'm upset that I didn't play the song to its conclusion, its natural conclusion. But no, seriously, that is yes, it's.
I think because they put it on a reel, because they put it on a reel, it's maximum of 1 minute. I think.
Yeah, no, really. I just got into it. Just the natural. I couldn't help myself.
I know. And normally when that comes on in a football stadium, I'm boo, fuck off, dirty bastards, and all that, you know. But no, listen, things like that really do go viral and really hit home. But football can be such a bringing together of football fans, no matter health issues have got no colours at the end of the day.
You know that song itself was on the B side of the Leeds 1972 FA Cup final song.
Oh, hey, I've seen some old footage earlier on about that replay.
Oh no, this is 2 years after the one we actually won.
Okay.
But in 1970, that game is crazy.
Yeah,
it's a little what a lot of people won't realise. Leeds vs Chelsea is the most watched club match in the history of England.
You know what? I heard that earlier on because Eddie Gray was on Talk Sport earlier on, and he said that, and still to this day, it's the most watched game. I suppose nowadays because there's so many more channels and all that now.
You got to pay for football now. Football's not free anymore, is it? Plus you got to keep into context. Obviously, I specifically specify club match in England, but obviously not close to the World Cup final, not close to the European Championship final of 3 years ago now. But in terms of an actual club football match, 28 million people watched it.
That's a third of a country. It's a third of a country. Nowadays population. Back then,
population was a lot smaller back then, wasn't it?
Yeah. Go back in the chat, Sam. You have to have dementia support Leeds for 90 years.
I sometimes wish I could forget something.
I thought it was a lovely touch, really. Bless him, really. I know, we know. Stefan says, so little old lady Norwich fan before Derby. Couldn't dislike her. It was a recent one, Nottingham Forest as well. That went quite viral. She was a season ticket holder for 30 years or something, but after she lost her sight, she didn't go. But she was a guest of Nottingham Forest only a few weeks ago, and she broke down in tears when the club anthem come on the loudspeaker. You know. Right, here we go. We haven't spoke about it. The Leicester game, Mr. Tom. I bet you're fucking happy about that one.
Oh my god, my bollocks dropped. I couldn't finally dropped. I couldn't believe what was going on. Like Mr. Greenwood will know my live reactions. I was shocked. He will tell you. I openly said we did not play well, and we did not look like we could get anything. But the reality is, and people go, their goal was disallowed, but it shouldn't have been. Right? No, it really shouldn't have been. But the reality is, they then went on to miss 2 chances, which I feel you deserve to lose a football match if you don't put those away.
Yeah. I tell you what, the crowd afterwards was brilliant, mate. It was a brilliant, it brought back, of like the 90s and so on, where the atmospheres were proper. And that was a proper atmosphere. Apparently, you could hear it from about 5 to 10 miles out from Ellen Road. And bearing in mind, Ellen Road is right by a motorway. That's pretty good going. The amount of cars which would have been going up and down that motorway at the same time.
I'll tell you what I actually think was discovered in that football match that a lot of people ain't talking about. Is the reality is that outside of Leicester's first 11, they had nothing. It's enough to win most games, don't get me wrong. But the fact of the matter is, we made our changes and the game switched.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what. I don't know the players' names, but I remember listening to some match reports about Leicester on the radio, and some of them saying, "Look, these guys. The difference is these guys in the Premier League were looking not Premier League players. They now looking like fucking superstars. That's the difference between the Premier League and the Championship.
Mm-hmm.
But you lot have got half of a Welsh squad in your team as well, yeah?
Well, to be fair, we're doing a lot better with half the Welsh squad in our team than half of the United States men's national team. That fucking led us to disaster, pardon my language.
How is Ampadu playing?
He's incredibly good. I mean, he was bossing games in midfield, and then we got an injury to Pascal Strapp, so he's just gone, all right, I'll play centre-back. Again, imperious, incredibly good, alongside Rodon, who admittedly, I think his most ropey game was Leicester. I don't think he did particularly well against Leicester. He did enough, but...
But normally he's quite the steady Eddie in near the back.
Normally. He's had what we played for 34. So he's had about 32 games where he has been steady Eddie.
Yeah. I know he's Swansea. But I do support him when he puts our Welsh shirt on, and who's the other one? Connor Roberts fan, and Dan James. How them two playing?
Well, Connor Roberts scored, and Dan James would have scored had it not hit Bamford's knee. So I think they're both doing all right. I mean, Connor Roberts ain't played that many games for us, but
yeah.
But put it this way: the goal we scored on the equalising goal is that if he'd have asked me to carry his children, I would have at least looked into the science behind his request. So,
let's go back into the chat. Sam says CPS filed charges against Leeds for robbery.
Should have. Should have. Should have seen your face up.
He says Leeds took their chances and dominated the last 15.
I may have interacted with a fair few Leicester fans on socials over the past few days, and let's be fair, I'll give Leicester credit. I'm like, okay, you've won we played Welford for 80 minutes and didn't get fuck all from the contest trophy. Well done.
Yeah. Well, Seven says Leicester couldn't beat Ipswich. That was home and away. They couldn't beat Ipswich. Go on then, Mr. Tom. At the moment in time, let's be honest, it's four teams chasing 2 automatic.
4 don't go into 2.
So yeah, exactly. So who's the 2 who's not going to make it then?
It's really hard to say.
Are Leicester dropping?
The thing is that Leicester, the last time Leicester lost 2 games in a row, they lost to Middlesbrough, then Leeds. And then this time around, they lost to Middlesbrough, then Leeds. And in between that, they had like a 9-game win streak. So it's really hard to tell how they're going to react to this.
Okay.
Similar to Stefan, I'll get a similar vibe from him. I don't want to say anything that will tempt fate or like bite me on the ass. So... But
I do it all the time. You know, people in the chat and people who watch this know I do it all the time. Sam comes back up me on one fucking transfer I had wrong fucking 5 years ago. Do you know what I mean? He forgets the fucking 30 I had correct, but never mind.
One of my actual favourite, I've got a tweet here from a Leeds fan, but it's basically referenced in an article where Ipswich's Connor Chaplin said, Leicester are the best team Ipswich have faced this season, and not Leeds. And this Leeds fan wrote, Ipswich are the best side we've faced. Leicester are the best side we've faced. Why are they both teaming up against us? We've beaten you both twice. Stop fucking crying and get on with it.
Yeah. Well, on top of you being happy last weekend, I'm also happy as well because unbelievably Cardiff won a game. I don't know. It could well be East German bloody doctors in the car going to the Cardiff changing room last weekend. But, they put something in the food, I tell you.
We made a point on the We All Love Leeds show to bring up that Cardiff one for you.
I know. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, and well done on the plug. So you may as well completely plug your show now, because I forgot to do it at the beginning.
It's fine. Most of the people in here are a part of it anyway. Why even waste our time? It's fine. It's fine.
Put it in the chat anyway. Put it in the chat.
It doesn't come. I don't think it comes up if I do it. Because I'm not a mod on the channel, so
put it in the chat.
It assumes I'm doing a what do you call it? What's it? Spamming or something.
One of the mods can put in the chat. There's a massive gap now. There's a massive gap. It's getting too big now, in my opinion. The gap is just getting too big. The jeopardy is not as much as it was a few years ago now. Discussion was going to be a war when the Americans come back. I don't know what you mean by that. Could never support a Norwich player, but I do find Sutton amusing. There used to be massive issues when, during my time of watching Wales home and away, used to be massive issues between Cardiff and Swansea fans, to the point where you'd never see a Swansea fan watching Wales, or if they did, they'd keep a very low profile. As Wales got better and they've qualified for tournaments, that kind of nastiness has calmed down a bit on internet. It's still there, but it's calmed down a bit compared to what it used to be like.
So why is that though? Like, why did Swansea fans not feel part of the national setup?
The animosity at club level just I think it probably was because the national team was shit as well. But it got to the point where it was so bad that Swansea. I remember one time Wales played in Swansea, right? They played an international friendly in Swansea, and Cardiff fans took up 3/4 of the stadium. Swansea weren't even in their own stadium. That was how bad it got to. I remember Cardiff fans were actually in a Welsh game in Swansea were actually segregated as well. Back in the day.
Segregated.
Yeah, segregated.
In the 90s.
Huh?
Was this in the 90s?
Early 90s, yeah. They're segregated. It was an international game in Swansea. Cardiff fans were segregated. Simply because of the issues between both sets of supporters. 30 you had correct. Of course I did. No, probably 31 now, actually. But
Are you and Sam still debating Bowen? Is that the one?
But listen, Bowen, consistency. Go on, let's have this conversation. Right? In my opinion, Jared Bowen is far more consistent than Saka. That's my opinion. Right? It's a bit unbalanced because Saka is playing with far better players than what Jared Bowen is. Right? But I think consistency-wise, in my opinion, Saka could have 2 or 3 games and then he fucking be shit for 5. Bowen, consistent level, will always give you a 7, an 8, and a 9 every single game. What's your opinion on that, Mr. Tom?
So, it sounds like you're saying that Bowen's a bit like Mohamed El Neni because he's also known to me as a player who always is like a 7 minimum for Arsenal and like an 8 maximum. But it's one of these things that you're never ever going to get to prove whether it's true or not because
opinion, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but I mean, you're never going to be in a situation where like he's now going to be carrying a mid-table team because generally he's probably going to be a lifer at Arsenal, and Bowen's probably going to go to. Eventually, he will outgrow West Ham, I imagine.
I still think he'll go to Liverpool after Salah. I still think that. You know, but Bowen can also play in different positions as well. At the moment, he's playing up front. He scored a hat-trick against Brentford the other night. I think if I was Southgate, he claims to play players who, are consistently playing well. Jared Bowen has to be in that fucking team, in my opinion. Right, who's this Junior Filippo?
Junior Firpo is the greatest footballer in the world. Okay, he's a Leeds United left back who basically I created a holiday called Furpuary, where in January and February of every year, Junior Firpo turns into Cristiano Messi, the greatest footballer on earth. From the 1st of March onwards, though, absolute dog shit.
Right. Let's hang on. I'm gonna have to. The Leeds squad when Anderson arrives back to training, the Welsh players try and sack him. I don't know. Anderson.
Aronson. He's one of the Americans we bought last year. Sorry, 2022.
Too many letter S's in that name for me. No chance. Do you know what I mean?
He was one of those like, he's going to be the next great. He's going to be like America's. He'll be America's Messi or something. It was like, God, he's not even America's Colton Palmer. It's amazing. Off the mark he was.
Right. Sam brings up a subject here. League Two is mental. 3 points between playoff and 16. Right. You keep talking. I'm going to get the League Two table up, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, well, Sam Greenwood says League Two, which obviously means the fourth tier of English football, is mental, which by definition is like crazy or lacking in mental coherence. And 3 points is obviously more than two, but less than four, usually earned by a win or three successive draws or something like that. And the playoffs is fourth from 7 spots, and 16th is just below 15. Am I stalling enough? Anyway, I've explained every word, put every definition. But yeah, in all seriousness, that is quite the rare battle going on.
I do like looking down the lower leagues. My favourite days of following Cardiff were in this division. Just because the amount of aggro which happened back then was great. Right, Mansfield top. Nigel Clough. I know they beat Harrogate 9-2, wasn't it, the other week? I think they put 6 over somebody over a weekend as well. Stockport County, Crewe, Wrexham. I think I know they've been a couple of a defeat and a draw. I'm not a win in the last 3 for Wrexham. I think he'll turn that around. But what was he saying? From 12th? 3 points. So it's from Harrogate.
No, it's 8th to 16th.
Right. Well, in League Two, 4 go up.
Yeah.
So it's the top 3, and then playoff. Right, they go down to 7th.
Yeah, but they're on the same points.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Oh yes.
So basically, you look at 8 to 16.
Oh, you know what? It would be so exciting if you were a supporter of one of these clubs. Newport as well. Newport are thereabouts all the time as well. I think they got to a playoff final, didn't they? Was it last year or year before?
And that Cardiff fan do videos from Newport when Cardiff are away.
No. Cardiff and Newport don't like each other. The modern day Cardiff fan may like Newport, but the older fans hate each other. But I tell you what,
I don't think he likes them. I think he just films them for the content. He'll just go, when people just go to, because Cardiff are like away and they're in England or something like that. So he'll go to Newport if they're at home.
Okay.
That's what I think he does. He's free to correct me if I'm wrong, but
going down the league, Salford City. I thought thingy was Lim was still pumping money into that, but apparently he's pulled away, and the class of '92 now are looking for an investor to come in at Salford.
Haven't they been hamstrung by FFP though? Because you can have all the money in your world, but if you're not allowed to spend it because you don't have the income, then it's irrelevant.
Well, what happened? This is how Wrexham got around it as well. FFP is not in National League.
No, it's not. It's the EFL thing.
Yeah. So basically, if you pump all the money in when you're in the National League, you should be able to go bang bang and end up in League One, and
Yeah.
But then when FFP does come in 4 or 5 years down the line, then you definitely, as you mentioned, go hamstring. But if you pump the money in at National League level, there's no FFP, and so you got 3 years of having a laugh going through the leagues, basically. Oh, did anyone hear that fart then? Jesus.
I think France heard that, but
Forest Green off the bottom as well.
Good.
Crazy. Did you hear about Troy Deeney? He was a manager, wasn't he? And he let rip. What's your opinion on that? I know it's modern day bloody management now.
I think he thought that because the media loved it when he as a player would sit there and be like, "Oh, Arsenal don't have the cojones and all this." They'd love it. Like he thought he could then say it to players under his charge. It's like, no, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. You can't tell a player, in my opinion, right? Again, I could be wrong. You can't tell a player that the reason you're here is because you missed a penalty in the playoff final, and that club then didn't want you either. And you're playing like you're worse than that sort of thing. Like who's that going to motivate? That ain't going to make him want to play better for you. It's ridiculous. And the other players who are his mates, ostensibly, are going to hear that and be like, "Who the fuck's this guy thinking? What's Troy Deeney ever won?"
I get what you mean, yeah. I think it all depends on the actual character of a player you're having to go at. You know, you know, if you know me back in the day, if someone was shouting at me like that and calling me out, that would give me the kick up the arse I probably needed to improve on my performances in the next few. But it all depends on and it's so woke nowadays. Do you know what I mean? You put you know, the issue with Brendan Rodgers yesterday. You put something in the media, especially if it's somewhere like BBC. Obviously, you know, it's going to be repercussions. I don't like Forest Green anyway. Stick the fucking, you know, vegan shit up my ass. To be quite honest,
I'll tell you what they did that really annoyed me, and this, right, and hear me out, because the first part of this is going to make me sound like it's going to make me sound like Joey Barton. I did not like when they appointed the female coach because they didn't ever intend on have her coaching a meaningful match, because they got rid of her the second it came down to, oh, this is actually going to be a thing. Like they'd got the publicity for it. The media were coming down for the friendlies and stuff, like the under-18 friendly that she managed or whatever it was, and it was like, oh, but now it's actually coming up to the league matches, so they got in another manager.
Well, I heard about this story, right, when I was on my holiday, and to be honest, it went in one year, come out of the other, simply because I was just fucking, you know, just not looking forward to my next fucking torture hour. Do you know what I'm saying? But I did hear about this story, and I'm glad you brought it up because, well, how did that come to fruition?
The thing is, a lot of people on the athletic comment section, I believe I commented, this ain't gonna last. Like, and I know that's easy to say because, like, not even Alex Ferguson lasted at Man United. Yeah, he went out on his own terms and that, but everyone leaves the club at some point. Yeah. But it's the way, like, I sat there, I genuinely felt they're never gonna let this happen. As in, like, they're doing it to get the media to turn up to Forest Green Rovers. Because the veganism thing only got so far. Uncle Ferguson got on so far.
The owner's an absolute dickhead. Dale Vince, isn't it? Right? And, you know, he's the one who funds all these bloody green protest, you know, fucking groups and so on. Yeah, I hope they do go down. Sam Greenwood comes back, Brownie Saka scored, blah, 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 blah. Sammy's in a better fucking team, that's why. Right. I'll have to jump down. I do apologise, guys. Hawkin, hi, mate. Hope you're well. Hawkin, you slag. I do apologise. Harry. Is that the Harry? Is that the Harry from... is that Hibbs Harry? I can't remember now. John Wayne. Howdy, John. Howdy. Try you the book first. I haven't got a clue what I don't know what this is going on about now. This is the problem. When we leave the chat go, they just have a conversation with them themselves, and I haven't got a fucking clue what they're going on about.
I can follow along with this quite easily because it's nothing I haven't seen from these gentlemen 6 million times before, and I'm usually a part of it. To be fair to them, so like I'm not digging at them or knocking them. If anything, I'm a little bit sad that I'm not in there going, Sam, you slag, you slag, you slag.
Well,
Anyway.
hey, I'll be honest with you, Mr. Tom. You're on. I used to do the rounds on some of these fan channels. You're on every freaking fan channel. It's but I'm switching on at the moment, mainly the American ones.
Well, let's be fair. Let's put it another way. How am I on here today, Mr. Brownie? How did that ball get rolling, sir?
Oh yeah. I messaged you, but yeah, no, I did message you. Is that what because you're on?
I'm not again. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying. You asked me to come on. People asked me to go on their stuff. It's not for me to say why. It just is.
Hey, but BX says, he's reading my mind. You are a top man, and you're very helpful, and I hope that one day I can return the favor, and well, I hope, guys, some of the subscribers will go over to your channel. Keeping up foreign relations. Brownie, right? There's one from Sam. Brownie, tell us how your latest ACCA went. 100% failed. I've had little ones come in, but they're not ones to shout home about. You know what I mean?
That's what Jordan said.
The last one, which could have netted me a few quid, was I done a draw. I done like a 5-fold, and I done a draw between Rafe and Dundee United. That was the top of the league clash, and Rafe scored the winning goal in the 95th minute. I couldn't fucking cash out, could I? Jeez, I know. You must hear these stories all the time, Tom.
I do hear these stories all the time, and I always just sit there and think like everyone's so worried about cashing out and stuff. I'm like, but 20 years ago, it wouldn't have even been a thing. You'd have just got your little ticket and you'd have sat down and watched grandstand with it.
One thing I don't like for Tom, I don't know, maybe some betting companies do it, some don't. But I don't like it when they close the betting because it's a lot of injury time nowadays. You're talking between 5 and 10 minutes. I don't like when they close a betting after the 90 minutes. Go on.
I think they do that for the most part because obviously they can't control the amount of injury time. So it's hard to account for. And I'm not really defending them because ultimately I don't want people to lose. Like, it's irrelevant to me. I get paid the same regardless. But I think that's just why. It's because they can control that there's definitely going to be 90 minutes. Yeah. But they don't know what's going to be after that. And they don't want to get in a situation where someone wants to do a massive bet in the 94th minute.
Yeah, I know.
That's why there's 10 seconds left.
That's why a live game is a few seconds in front of a TV, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Sam Greenwood. Colonel, try a pogo stick. Please want it back before it. What? Thomas Legend. I'm preparing an autobiography. There you go.
Yeah, it would sound like a porno from what I've heard. He's writing.
I could write stories about characters on YouTube. No fucking. I know. Tell me about it. There's an old guy who just the wrong horse away from winning. Colonel, can you tell us a story about what in prison, Brownie? Did anyone? No one. There's no chance. I was. I was for right. Most of them called me Uncle Brownie, yeah, right, because I was older than a lot of them. But for 44, 45-year-old, fucking hell. I tell you what, I've never been so angry in my life. But I tell you what, it was quite on a regular occasion that, I know I've mentioned this before, but basically, there's 500 people sharing 15 showers and 15 toilets. So quite regular, you'd have to queue to use a shower or use a toilet. So you're waiting now. All of a sudden, two guys will come out of a toilet, or two guys will come out of a toilet cubicle, two guys will come out of a shower cubicle. At one time, right? Because it's mainly from the Asian continent, yeah. But at one time, we were threatened to have our food stopped because certain people were sharing a bed during the middle of the night. That's fucking horrendous. Me, I just waited 17 months, and I tell you what, when I did see my Russian princess, fucking hell, I exploded. I tell you, I absolutely fucking exploded. But yeah, there you go. There you go. I'm waffling on a bit.
It's all a lot like I don't know what to say to it, and I usually have an answer for most things.
Yeah, honestly. Well, when I had Nigerian Sam on, he was, he confirmed everything. The stories. Uncle Brownie, I was.
It's a term of respect in Turkey, isn't it?
Yeah, especially Nigerians.
Oh, okay.
Uncle.
It's basically it's a non-British thing, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Nigerians. It started really over the poker table, and then when I'd lose, I'm basically getting so angry. If I used to, see people cheating, right? And Filipinos were cheating a lot, big time. But in the Filipino language, because they were colonized by Spain, most of the Filipinos would say their numbers in Spanish. So when I first went there, right, because I know Spanish, when I first started playing cards, and I'm hearing all these Spanish numbers being mentioned by these Filipinos, I'm like, you fucking cheating bastards. Table would go up. Come on, let's have it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, that happened quite regular. That happened quite fucking regular.
Okay. I was just going to tell a story about being in a betting shop, but then you're like, oh, let's talk about the showers and the fucking shitter in the toilet.
Go on.
No, it's fine. It's nothing now compared to that. I mean, it's like it'd be like me trying to go against Elvis Presley in an Elvis Presley lookalike contest.
Oh, it was fucking bad, man. Honestly, it was fucking bad. And look, most of us would play poker just to get by, just waste time. You know what I mean? Because on a good game it can go on for hours. Because the better off people were having money sent in, but you had the people who were basically playing to have a few extras for the week. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they were playing for fucking extra food and to pay for extra food and shit. So whilst I can understand why they're doing it, they were blatantly fucking doing it. Blatant, it was. Yeah, a few times that fucking poker table went up, and
I guess they think like, who are you going to tell? The police?
Well, I know. I went in. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, you can't probably see it. There's a cut right there. It split my lip. Right? Honestly. some guy hit me from behind. Right, I'm not kidding you. This guy was built like a fucking brick shit house. I thought I was big, but he was fucking massive. Right? He hit me. I'm not kidding you. I was seeing fucking stars, but he hit me from behind. I didn't, I wasn't prepared. I was seeing fucking stars. And then I had to go to the hospital wing to get fucking stitched up. It was fucking rough, I'm telling you. But then after he hit me, everyone's seen him do a fucking coward punch. Everyone just jumped on him, beat fucking to him, It was fucking horrendous. Honest to God. Honest to fucking God. Weren't you 185? 185? When I went in, now I don't know the kilos now, right? I don't know kilos. When I went in, I was bad. 115 kilos. I don't know what that is in stone. So we'll just keep with kilos, yeah? I went from 115 to 108 to 101. By the time I left there, I was 89.
18 stones, apparently. I'm 5 kilos.
Yeah.
18 stone.
I'm probably about 95 now. Probably 95, 97, 94, 95. But I left there and, people have seen the photo I put up on a day in which I got back. I left there, I was 89. Fucking hell. I don't know what that fucking is in stone, but I wasn't looking good, I'll be honest with you.
14 stone.
So basically, I lost, 4 stone inside?
Yeah.
Stefan, why did he hit you? Hit you from being... Yeah, it was just a coward punch, it was, mate. We were having words for a few days, and he was having words with another guy, and the guy claimed that he was on steroids because he was so big, and it hurt him. It hurt him being accused of being on steroids. So I knew it hurt him, so I accused him of it the following day, and yeah. Fucking.
You're like, I've got nothing to do with it. I'm just going to do the one thing I know that really upset him even more.
Well, he went to me because I was quite big back then. At that time, he went to me. Oh, come on, get training, you fat. See you next Tuesday, yeah. So I said, listen, I'm 40. I'm 44, or maybe at that time 45. I said, I'm 44 years old. I said, listen, you thick as shit, mate. I'd rather my brain and my stomach than you a fucking roid fucking stomach and an empty head. As I walked away, then bang, fucking hell, I was seeing fucking stars. I tell you.
But I admire the honesty. It's just very funny. You're like, oh, I wonder why he did it. Maybe it's because I found out his kryptonite, and then I just smashed it in his face, literally.
Oh no, he was massive, mate. Fucking, but yeah. Some things, you pick up. Because everyone was on edge, everyone just wanted their day in court, and and no information was given, and it was going on months, it was going on years. Some people are still in there now, and after a while, it's just putting people in a fucking a big pot, and it's ready to explode. Do you know what I mean? I should do it, Brownie. Yeah. I thought it would fucking... honestly, fucking hell.
That's outrageous.
I can't remember other things. I can't remember other fucking things. But it was kind of like that, you know what I mean? Oh, another thing as well, like a UK person, if I tell you to fuck off, right? If I tell you to fuck off, you take it... at most, you probably tell me to fuck off back, right? But some of these nationalities, you tell them to fuck off, they want to fight you, mate. They want to proper, they want to proper have a go at you. So, because of my use of the English language, when I first went in there, I was telling everyone to fuck off. Right, and then all of a sudden, I'm the fight with a fucking wing load of people because they took it the wrong way. Do you know what I mean?
What's this thing about Yeovil that Harry is saying?
Oh no, I'm not. Hey, hi, I'm not going into that, mate. I'm not going into that. No. Listen, hi, thank you very much for coming in to the chat. Lovely to see you. But no, that person involved is banned from the chat, will not be named. The subject will not be named. The fucking area will not be named. I swear to God.
My bad.
God. On that note, I think we should end it. I don't want no fucking crap coming from this video.
Okay.
All right. Listen, thank you very much, my friend. Thank you guys in the chat. Much appreciated.
Well, yeah, I agree with Colonel here. You're telling people to fuck off, but like, where are they going to fuck off to if they're already in prison?
I know. Listen, it's just my use of language, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? If I was saying it to other British people, it'd be banter. It'd be banter. But then when you're saying it to people who don't understand slang, don't understand, because English is not their first language. They taught English in a school class. They just taught, what words.
These are the words.
Yeah.
We're not going to tell you how to use them properly or informally.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I got myself into a few fucking issues by telling people to fuck off, and they fucking went crazy. Anyway.
Well, thanks for having me on.
No problems, mate. And hey, hi. Listen, no problem, mate. Thanks for coming in. And stick with us. It's just no. That subject and that person is no longer is a name and subject which shall not be named. Right, listen. Thank you very much, Mr. Tom. Much appreciated. Who've Leeds got on the weekend?
We are in the two of the most iconic pairings in the world are together on Saturday, which is the Sky Saturday lunchtime slot and Leeds United, because we go to Huddersfield. So
we got the seven-side derby away to Bristol City, and probably lose that one again the way we go in. But I think we got enough points. I think we're safe from relegation. That's the main thing, I think, Mr. Dom.
Yeah, because I was saying this the other day, so I don't know if he was going, but because the top four teams in the championship have got the high points totals, it's unnaturally high for the top four to have the 3 points they do, which means the teams at the bottom are getting less points than they usually were. So while I would normally say 50 points is like the safe mark in the championship, it's going to be a lot lower this year. So by the very nature of like fourth could potentially have 90 points. So
I get it.
So you probably
let's not go on ahead. Stefan, there will be more Cardiff rants, but it'll be next season now, mate. Because I was released halfway through this season, and I'll be honest with you, I'm still coming around to shit like that. Anyway, guys, listen, it'd be great if you can check out any videos, any shorts. Please hit that notification bell as well. But also, even if you can't be asked to watch any more fucking football with Brownie, just press play and put your phone away from you or something. At least it fucking conjures up that one view, I suppose. Mr. Tom, many thanks, mate. Much appreciated. Thank you ever so much. Thank you for responding. You respond very quickly. Sam Greenwood always complains, so after 9 o'clock, it's fucking 10 o'clock, you're late. Do you know what I mean? No fairness, mate.
I
And
happen to be at work and awake, so to be fair, in his defence, he gets up a lot earlier in the day than I do.
oh yeah. I've heard that one before. I've heard that one before. But anyway, hey, thank you very much, Mr. Tom. Thanks, guys, in the chat. And adios, hasta luego, auf Wiedersehen. Ciao, ciao. Bye bye.